Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vidya and today I'm going to talk about increasing the oxygen saturation in the blood naturally. We all know that oxygen is essential for life itself, so it makes sense that it is also important for the health and our bodies. But did you know that every cell in our body also breathes? Nature has designed the body to self-balance with inbuilt mechanisms to combat toxins in excess. However, what we eat and drink can affect these mechanisms. As India is grappling for oxygen and people are looking for ways to overcome this situation, let's discuss some natural ways to oxygenate the body. The very first thing that comes into my mind is a right diet. We look at how nutrition plays a central role in determining our health, the health of our cells, and subsequently our overall health. Your blood oxygen level helps you know how well your lungs, heart, and the circulatory systems work. A typical blood oxygen level for a healthy person ranges between 95% and 100%. This means that nearly all of the red blood cells are carrying oxygen to your cells and tissues. To support our body and maintain cell respiration and allow us to breathe easily, we suggest that you include these fresh, healthy plant-based foods in your diet on a regular basis. Fruits, vegetables, green leafy veggies, nuts in moderation help to keep the oxidative stress on the check. The animal-based foods, especially dairy, causes excess mucus and may flare up respiratory issues. Heavy foods that are high on fat and sugars can cause digestive issues and lower your immunity. Also, people who are sedentary with other comorbid symptoms run a risk of infections. It's normal for people living at a higher altitude or people with some kind of chronic illness such as asthma, emphysema, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease to have lower readings. Lower oxygen level also is called hypoxemia and is considered the reading between 90 and 92%. A reading which is low means you need supplemental oxygen or that there may be challenges that affect how your lungs function. A result below 90% indicates that you should seek medical attention. But for otherwise normal individuals, let's practice prevention. You can increase the amount of oxygen in your blood naturally. Some ways include simple open windows, get outside, breathe fresh air. Sometimes as simple as opening your windows or going for a short walk increases the amount of oxygen that your body brings in, which increases overall blood oxygen level, and it also benefits like it improves your digestion and gives you more energy throughout the day. Quit smoking. After only 2 weeks of being cigarette free, many people find that both their circulation and overall oxygen levels improve significantly. Lung function can increase up to 30% in this short time. Grow some indoor plants. House plants have shown to help purify the air indoors. They remove the carbon dioxide and replenish a room's oxygen levels, making more oxygen available for your body to absorb. Practice breathing. Exercises like pranayama. Pulmonary rehabilitation experts recommend using simple breathing exercises, like I said, pranayama, to open up your airways, increase the amount of oxygen in your body. You can also use a pulse oximeter to check your blood oxygen level at home and use some of these natural approaches to increase your blood oxygen level on your own. Consistent practice of yoga postures and pranayama increases the lungs' airflow, air capacity, stamina, respiratory efficiency. Backbending postures open the chest, improving both the lung and heart functions. Upper back bends and chest opening postures relieve stiffness. Inverted postures drain excess mucus from the lungs and balance the immune system. A general yoga practice reduces stress, physical tension, muscle tightness, and increases your overall feeling of well-being by activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Anulom Vilom, Bhastrika Pranayama both are proven to increase tidal volume, maximum voluntary ventilation, and both are known to help in improving the diffusion of gases at the alveolar level and hence enhance oxygenation. However, Bhastrika involves forceful inhalation and exhalation, which also strengthens the diaphragm, and hence practicing Bhastrika Pranayama may train your respiratory muscles to better your air intake. So plants, well yes, the peepal tree, it's not only proven scientifically but it's also an age-old practice to go around it, say in temples, right? The peepal tree releases 24 hours oxygen and determines atmospheric CO2. We also know that plants mostly produce oxygen during the day and the process is reversed in the night. They take in carbon dioxide at the night and release oxygen, but in very less amounts. So the indoor plants remove toxins from air up to 87%. According to NASA research, they discovered that plants purify the trapped air by pulling the contaminants into the soil, where root zone microorganisms convert these into food for the plant. What are you waiting for? Get the plants: gerbera, aloe vera, ferns, orchids, ivy, snake plants, and much more. How many plants should I grow? The recommendations vary based on your goals. To improve health and reduce fatigue and stress. Also, to purify air, use 15 to 18 plants in 6 to 8 inch diameter pots for a 1800 square feet house. That's roughly large one plant for every 100 square feet. So remember that for the best success with any house plant, you need to match the right plant to right growing conditions. So to sum this up, eat a healthy plant-based diet, expose to sunlight, walk in the nature, practice breathing exercises, get some indoor plants in your home or at workplace, get some good sleep and stay happy. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching.